I'm kind of writing the story that, maybe this time last year you guys are having a good run, but you're a first-year team, maybe surprising a few people. I don't think you're surprising any darn person right now. That's
Nope.
pretty cool right now.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we're not a surprise. We're slowly, we're building right now. Hopefully the best is to be seen out of us this week. But yeah, we've all had good individual performances, but I think we're building towards getting to a point where all four of us together are playing well. So I've got a couple of games circled on the calendar coming up.
I was going to get to that, but when you put this team together before last season, I think you're probably no idea where it's going to go. Four really good players, but it's always a mystery as to how you come together. But I think I see this team as even being bigger than the sum of its parts too, just the way you guys work together out there.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. We've got, I like to think we have the best team dynamics of any Canadian team in the world. So I would say that's our mojo, that we do feel we're bigger than the sum of our parts. And I think if we're being honest, where we were 25th or 30th or whatever we were when we started this team in the world as far as our ranking, and we've shot up to top 6 in the world, I would say we probably exceeded our expectations of that trajectory. So I mean we're very happy with our growth, how quick it came. Sometimes that can take longer. So to get to that stage where we're top 10, pushing top 5 in the world kind of thing, in the timeline we did it, that's honestly I think we exceeded expectations, but then the expectations get bigger. Oh, I already know we're in the trials, so that's fine.
Curling Canada.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're good.
You glance at the points, and I can already tell you 6 of 7,
right,
or 6 of the 8 who are in right now. But just because there is a gap.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Your Gushu, Jacobs, us, Dunstone, etc. There's a gap from the field. There's some guys kind of pushing up the middle though, which is nice to see. Your Kleider, your Moeybrook, some young guys like that, kind of starting to creep into the middle. So that's exciting to see.
Let's talk about those last 2 games. You got a provincial championship, let's face it, and then Jacobs. 2 exciting games and a good way to tune up for likely playoffs.
Yeah, and they're both big games. Kleider's in a battle right now with Moeybrook. He could stay at 2 losses, right? And then so the game against us is extremely meaningful for both teams. So yeah, we're shooting. We want to come into the playoffs clean. I mean, that can mean hammer. That there's implications of having a clean record. So yeah, big 2 games coming up.
Evaluate your level of play right now this week.
Our play's been pretty good. I feel like the ice is getting better and better every game. We're getting a good handle on it, and we're having to make some precise shots, which is great. And everybody's handling it pretty well, and it just feels like we're chucking and jiving pretty good.
How much confidence do you guys have in Brad? I know that you guys have been around for a while, but having him join in the last year or so, how has that just developed over time?
Well, his play's just gotten better and better kind of as the season's gone along, and our team system's been working really well. How we're throwing the rock, and we're throwing it pretty similar, and just leading to some pretty good results. But man, we have a lot of confidence in him, and I think he's feeling pretty confident in the way he's shooting too.
How excited are you just for the rest of the week to come? I know that these are kind of the games that you get up and play and just are excited for.
Yeah, we got a couple of big ones, a couple of good tests coming up tomorrow and then Thursday, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing. Just kind of one game at a time, stay present, and if we keep taking care of our business, then hopefully we'll play on the weekend.
A fun game to watch. It's not often that we see 2 new young teams competing at a Brier. How did that feel?
Oh, I mean, it's just, we're getting to the point where you think the nerves are sort of going down a bit, but every time you step out there, it feels like the first game again. The nerves are there. You're playing at the Brier. I think that's something that never goes away, and something that we appreciate every time we step out there. it was a really fun game. A bunch of young guys, getting their first crack at it and really going at each other. It was really close there for the first 6 or so, and the nerves were there, but I'm just glad we were able to pull it out and get it done.
So what was the difference later in this game? Like, you guys saw the 3-ender and then another one kind of put it away. What was the difference there?
I think we're just really a second half team. I think we're a group of guys that are always communicating, and the longer the game goes, the better we always seem to get. So I think we were just really concentrating on putting our rocks in really good spots. We were able to do that for a couple ends, got a little bit lucky with a couple miscues by the opposition, which let us pull away with it. But this is something that isn't really new to us. We like to grind it out for a little bit and then really pull away in the second half.
So what is this team's expectation for the rest of the week as we get into the second half of this round robin?
Yeah, I mean, we're here to do nothing other than win. We see ourselves as a playoff team here at the Brier, and we know that we play our best games later in the week. So we're just trying to grind them out one at a time, and hopefully, once the round robin's done, we find ourselves in a good spot where we can continue on from there.
In this game, you played Sam, and you two go way back, don't
Yeah.
you?
Well, yeah, I mean, even back in Little Rocks, he was my vice. We both born and raised in Kitchener, Ontario, so we know each other really well. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little extra pumped up for this one, playing my home province and Sam especially. Just it's something that I was able to feed off of going in, and some extra motivation, but you try to keep the nerves down, you try not to think about it, and you just take it one rock at a time, and I'm just glad we were able to come out with the win.
It's cool to look back at that, though.
Yeah.
That photo, right? Like,
Yeah.
Little Rocks just playing together, and now here you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. If you told me that was where our careers were going to take us that long ago, I never would have believed you. And even to have it happen sort of this early in our careers, hopefully this is sort of something that continues on for a long time after this. But I think it's a really cool story, and it goes to show the program that was built at the Westmount Golf and Country Club was spectacular and has really sort of inspired us to continue following our dreams and to put the work in to get ourselves where we are.
So,
Thanks.
how does that feel to get that another win under your belt here this week?
Yeah, I mean, any win at the Brier is special, right? This was one that we definitely had circled on the schedule. We've played Tyler quite a bit at the Brier and had some success, so it's definitely one we were looking forward to, and a great game, like well played on both ends, and Tyler made a ton of shots, so it just feels good to come out on top in that one.
You made a couple of important ones in that 10th end. Can you just kind of take me through those skips rocks and how you forced them into that tough one to finish?
Yeah, I mean, the boys played great to set that end up, just to give me relatively simple shots to put some pressure on Tyler. I think those were the first 2 draws I threw all game, so just had to trust it out there. And I mean, we've got such a great sweeping team that we've got full trust in them to drop it on a dime.
This team, it seems like it's progressing more and more each year. I mean, would you agree with that? How have you kind of seen that progression over the past few years?
Yeah, 100%. We work hard, and we work hard in different ways, but we've got a really strong lineup, top to bottom, and we brought in Kerr this year, and that's been a nice addition for us, not only in his shot making and his sweeping, but also in his experience and his attitude and his morale. Right, he's got a winning mindset, and I think that's paying dividends for us.
Aiming to get a few more wins to close out this week?
Yeah, we're not done. I mean, we've got 2 more games, and we've been playing really well. Like, I'll put it that way. We played a really good game against McEwen this morning. Had some tough luck in the first couple ends and battled back. We're doing well. We're building momentum each game. We're just looking to continue doing that.
How important is that representation for you, being from the north, wearing the purple, representing Yukon?
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. I mean, it's very special to represent the Yukon because it's not a place that curlers typically come from, right? But there is so much opportunity there, and I hope that we can grow the game and get some more exposure to junior curlers and get some more people involved, because there's so much opportunity to go and play at so many different events from a very young age. So obviously something that I really benefited from, and that kind of jump-started my curling career. So I really hope that, you know, we can see that kind of snowball a little bit and build some more momentum there.
Well, you're seeing that on the women's side too. I mean, your sister had a hell of a week. In
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, I mean, that's great to see, a good young team, right? Lots of potential there as well, and they've been working hard and we've got some great coaching. So yeah, it's promising for sure, and I hope that we can just, like I said, just get a little bit more involvement year over year and see where that goes from there.